war cabinet desperately wants to attack Rafah. You got the centrist liberal coalition constituency with Benny Gantz, who is the liberal general who wants to attack Rafah. You got America saying, do not fuck Rafah. That's really fuck. Benjamin Netanyahu has to basically communicate America's wishes to the war cabinet. And then you also have the Smotrich and the Bezalel Smotrich and the further right coalition of Itamar Ben-Gvir, who also want to fuck Rafah and just do as much genocide as possible. So Benjamin Netanyahu is stuck between a rock and a hard place. So does he care about Palestinian lives? Of course not. Of course, he loves killing Palestinians. Don't misunderstand me at all. But he also understands, with his 20, 30 years of experience with dealing with the United States of America as the state representative of Israel, that invading Rafah is probably going to really piss off the Western world and just like maybe even sever some ties. You got the ICC arrest warrants that are coming down potentially. There's a lot of Western pressure on Israel. Now, obviously, many of you will say, Western pressure on Israel from actual organs of the government? The fuck do you mean? These guys are doing a genocide. I mean, there's a lot of Western pressure on Israel in a way that Israel has never seen before. Because if you're Israel, you're used to being babied all day, every day. They're like, how much money you want? Oh, I'm so mad at you, but here's like $1 gazillion of weapons that you can use on directly targeting children inside of Gaza, right? So for that to be what they're used to, this level of scrutiny over their behavior, over their actions, even in the fucking media, and certainly from actual bodies of government, not just like the feckless institution of the United Nations, but like actual American politicians, like being like, yo, you can't fucking Rafah, has caused Benjamin Netanyahu to be a little bit more careful about this process, but he still obviously has internal issues. One of the major roles he's playing here is obviously defending his legacy and maintaining his power, because if he's out of office, if he's out of the war cabinet, he's gone. If there's a new election, he's gone, right? Or at least like he most likely will not be able to build another coalition. So he's weak in that sense, because if the war cabinet goes away, new government comes in, he's fucked, he goes to jail. That's it. That's the situation at hand. So these are the different forces converging here on why, if you're wondering like why Israel has not, gone into Rafah yet, it's because of self-preservation from every angle, all the way down, and that's why there is like limitations. Now, having said that, it's dog shit. The way that they're trying to, like the fact that they're trying to invade Rafah or even talking about this as anything beyond like another pressure point for Hamas from their perspective is insane to me. Like one might assume that they're simply talking about invading Rafah, even though they don't actually want to invade Rafah, because they want to apply pressure to Hamas so that Hamas will listen to their demands and like lower their otherwise very reasonable demands that they've made time and time again. Like maybe it's just brinksmanship, maybe it's just politics, or maybe if you are fucking Ben-Gvir or Smotrich, it's literally wanting to kill as many Palestinian children as possible because that's the only way you can come. So there are a lot of different factors. There are a lot of different motivations at play here. But it seems the Israeli Prime Minister says the Rafah attack will go ahead with or without a truce deal. I just want y'all to remember, okay? I want y'all to remember, from the jump, there has never been a moment where anyone in the Western media or any Western politician has openly stated Hamas has actually made some reasonable demands here. It's always Hamas is fucking the bag. Israel is giving them such a great deal, the greatest deal of all time, and these guys just don't want to take it. There has never been a single piece of coverage in Western media, with the exception of like every now and then they'll have like a hostage negotiator, like a professional hostage negotiator guy or whatever, come up and be like, no, it's actually Israel that's fucking up the bag. But that's like on CNN International, or maybe every now and then they'll have like Christian Amanpour interview someone, and then that interview is it. Like that never goes anywhere. That never gets repeated over and over again. Everyone takes it for granted. Israel always has the most generous deals, and Hamas is always saying no to the generous deals. Why? Jew hatred, right? And, it's just rampant anti-Semitism. Rampant anti-Semitism. They just want to kill all the Jewish people. That's why they just won't do it. And it's like, from the jump, they have made very clear-cut demands. You might not agree with the actions that happened, the actions that Palestinian resistance took on October 7. Certainly, there were a shit ton of tragedies, acts of terror. Having said that, however, their demands have been very reasonable and very just. Okay? As a political body, as a unit, as a group that is working on militarily resisting the apartheid regime, it's been fairly fucking just about that. But, hey, guess what, dude? That's unreasonable. You know what I mean? That's so unreasonable. We can't have that. We just can't simply fucking have that. Okay, on the other side, they're literally bargaining and trying to do a fucking ceasefire negotiation with dudes who openly are doing genocide and literally say way worse shit on a daily basis with the entire backing of the Western world. So, yeah. Itamar Ben-Gvir's party is called the Jewish Power Party, okay? The fuck are we doing? They literally are it is the white power equivalent. It's just so funny that we act like this is a functioning democracy and not this, like, psychopathic, bloodthirsty fascist state. It is such a hilarious thing to try and explain to Americans that, like, everything you know about Israel is just completely fabricated. Everything you have learned about Israel is just outright lies, okay? Just completely fabricated. The most moral army, bull. The fact that they have a functioning government and it's the only democracy in the fucking East, bullshit. Bullshit. Apartheid. Yeah, the Kahanis are considered too fascistic for even the nutcases in Likud. Ben-Gvir and the far-right Zionists are that insane. Yeah. I mean, they're actually terrorists. They're actually, they are, like, this is not my classification. This is the American State Department and the Israeli government's classification. Okay? Kahanists is a cult, is a psychopathic far-right Jewish extremist, a Jewish supremacist extremist cult that did acts of terror in the West Bank against Palestinians and also has, like, done acts of terror in the United States of America as well. These guys are so right. They are so psychopathic that the Israeli government thinks they're too much or thought that they were too much. Obviously now they don't care about it as much, but there's nothing funnier to me than motherfuckers who just, like, want to go and live in Israel. Bro, you live in America, okay? Like, having an allegiance to a fascist state like this is so wild to me. Like, you already live in a fucking fascist state. And it's a better one. You know what I mean?